Hey there, I'm back here with another video. This time I wanted to just formally introduce myself. Um, if you're new here, you haven't missed much. I am Marisha, and this is my YouTube page, Marisha Embody Fitness. And just to give you a little background about me, instead of just posting videos with no regards, my name is Marisha. I am embodying fitness in all or as many dimensions as I know how to. And I'm working on tapping in the others. So it's not just about embodying fitness physically, which a lot of people just focus on. But honestly, if you are really tapping in, you would be touching base on spiritual, mental, emotional, and every aspect. Even like finance, just everything. You just see everything differently. Almost like, the red pill, blue pill kind of thing. Once you are awake and aware of certain things, you can no longer, or you will have a struggle. I'm never gonna say you can, because you can't. You can if you want to, but you will still have a struggle with fine tuning yourself because you know better. So you will still you maybe tap back in on the wrong side, but you know dang well you ain't supposed to be over there. So you wean yourself off a little slower than you should be, or that you're capable of. So again, embody fitness is not just geared toward physical fitness. I want to be my optimal best in all dimensions. This is back to me. I have been, what is the term I want to say? Physically fit from a young age. Ran track and did dance off and on from about 6 years old to high school. Continued with dancing until recently. And I still will do it. I can still do a little jog. I ain't no sprinter no more now, but the dancing I definitely miss. Yeah. So I really tapped into this on the adult side in my latter years of my 20s. And I had a whole aha moment when my grandmother transitioned at the age of 27. Numerically, I was 27. Okay, let me just say that. She transitioned when I was 27, and she was 72. So I took that as a sign. I was already kind of like tapping into wanting to release weight prior to her transition anyway, because I was getting extremely big, but I was going through a lot of mineral deficiency and in all dimensions, and I was showing out through what I was eating, how I looked. I was just letting it go, and I finally saw it in pictures, and I was just like, yeah, nah, this ain't me. I don't know who that girl is. That ain't me. So the reality check with her, being in the hospital with her, seeing her transition with, hold on a second, let me just do this. I don't want this light to go out. Oh, look at that. Plug it in, plug it in. Yeah, so seeing her transition from preventable diseases, big wake up call. And that's what got the ball rolling. That's what still keeps the ball rolling, and it has been helping me literally in all dimensions, like to stay alert with quite a few things that has happened or is going on. And it's just everyday reminders when I feel myself lingering away with distractions. It is her in the other realm that reminds me. She'll show me through dimes, her actual name, which was Faye, Faylino. Yeah, just to stay on my A game. Um, 27 to now. It's been about 10 years. Do that math. Actually, it'll be 10 years April this year of 2022. I've gone up and down with my weight, but not drastic. I've gotten small, and I got to a point where I got to the goal that I wanted to. And some people had negative things to say. Some people were just saying things just because, maybe, not maybe, they were projecting themselves of what they were not capable of doing towards me. I was comfortable in my skin, but then I just said, maybe I want to be a little thicker. A little thicker, you know? So, just a little bit, more weight back on, just a little bit. And I like it. I've definitely changed a lot from when I came on to transitioning. I was full force carnivore, and I have a lot of food pushes in my family. And the old school way when you don't accept stuff, people get so offended. And certain cultures, let me say that, I don't know about everybody, but certain cultures, people get offended when you say no to food. But then at the same time, they would say, I've had people's parents that I grew up with or just been around and say, I'd rather clothe you than feed you. So, it's such a big oxymoron with a bunch of morons. Elders are not. That's just a moron thing to say because people are not thinking before they talk. So, to tell me with one face to say, make sure you eat everything, then you look the other way and say, oh my gosh, you eating too much, you blah, 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 blah. Girl, you this, boy, you that, la, 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 la. You're sending a lot of mixed messages, right? So, again, this journey it hasn't even been crazy. It's been great. It's been a lot of bittersweet things happening. I know that we are all not supposed to stay here forever. I wish my grandmother was here a little longer if I was older and knew the things I knew. But had she not transitioned, I probably would have not tapped in. But I think I would have. I was going left already, but I think her transition that made me dive in even deeper was just like, yeah, no, this is the way to go. I've been, this is naturally a part of me to just be fit, again, in all dimensions. So now that I'm here, optimal living is the choice for me. I feel like I became settled with where I've been. Although maybe somebody on the outside would say, nah, I see you moving like, you're watching the water boil, it's going to take longer. That's the kind of thing with me. So I'm like, I'm really just micromanaging myself. So I like where I'm at. I like where I'm going. And I'm pushing myself. Like I said in the last video, it's time for me to just step it up and be my best and not get settled. Right? You can enjoy where you are for a while, but as there's each new day, there's new days that come about, there has to be something that comes out about you that's new each day, right? There will never be a moment in my life that I would say, keep yawning. My yawns love to interrupt me. Do your yawns interrupt you? Did you just yawn while you was watching that? I don't know. Anywho, see, this yawn made me lose my track of thought. There'll never be a point in my life where I would say, oh, I know all of that. I know about that. There's always something new. There ain't nothing new under the sun, but it's always a new way of understanding it and seeing it, because no two sets of eyes are the same. Twins don't even see the same way. Okay? So just be mindful of that. That's what I'm mindful of on this journey. And that's what I love about it. I don't probe myself, like go out there preaching and saying, yeah, you should do this, you should do that. That's not the way for me. I actually, y'all gonna get these yawns. So, when I go to family functions, work events, people tend to actually project their fear on me, and they jokingly do it. You know, oh, you can eat grass, or you do this. I don't eat anything that has a mom, dad, or poops or peas. Let me be clear with that. I get attacked, whether it's a joke or not. I get attacked. I am not that person who is shooting to be a better eater, who would openly just be like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you eating that? Do you know X, Y? Like, no, you would never catch me doing that. I think that's a huge turn off, for one. I transitioned out of boredom because I was tired of having chicken, the steak, the spaghetti, the fish, just all of those over and over and over and over. It started with boredom, with me transitioning to this beautiful, lovely lifestyle. And then it changed to morality. Like, you know, my morals was just like, did I say morality? Okay, anyway, my morals. Talking too fast. The morals started kicking in. And I was just like, of course, if I say, again, here we go with the dimensions, because people selectively do what they want to do, which is okay, but not for me. So there's no way I'm going to be spiritually feeding myself the best things so that I can think positive and be great, and not actually feed myself physical things that will do me justice. Now, there's not to say I don't have any detours, because when you are dealing with emotions and things, and you're detoxing yourself, because we detox daily, you're gonna have these things come up, regurgitate, right? You're gonna have that feeling. You may have an emotion, you may have a moment where you tie something together, and now you gotta have this crunch, this sweetness. But I'm losing track. See, and that's why it's great to do this whole transition thing. But the morals, yeah, bringing it back to the moral point. Spiritually, if I'm going to be doing great, I definitely have to do great with eating. If I'm going to do great with eating, or better, let me say that, I'm going to be greater physically. I'm going to be greater emotionally. I'm going to see things differently. It's no way that you would want to improve in one part of your life and not even scratch the surface of the others. So that's where I'm at. That's where I've been. And I'm happy that initially this started off of boredom. My grandmother, again, plays a big role, and other family members do too, but she's the big one, who has made me open my eyes and see that it can easily be you who can transition from a preventable dis-ease. Applying yourself is the goal. That's it. And you have to take it day by day. You can't compare chapters. I don't compare no chapters. I have people who say, oh my God, I want to be like you. Meanwhile, I'm looking, I don't want to be like anybody, but I see the light that they are beaming, and I want my light to beam like that. So it's always going to be somebody ahead, and there's always going to be somebody behind. And going to be. The lifting as you climb. And I'm going to say that in probably all my videos. It's always going to be somebody here, so it's going to be somebody there. People get so intimidated by looking at what I'm doing. And I'm like, I was there before. Like, I didn't get overnight. And nothing works without work. So, just got to remember that. And I am finding the balance, because what I was doing in my 20s is definitely not what I'm doing in my 30s. As physically, I'm good with my body, like I said. I'm shooting to be optimal, my optimal best with my health. I'm not even just looking at being skinny. Because some people who are skinny and they are not even healthy at all. Oh my gosh, if you ever get a colonic, this is total left. But if you ever get a colonic, not a colonoscopy, a colonic, and you go, or you can look up online. You can look this up online. How a colon should look, right? A tight S. Not this, because people love grabbing this down here. I said it before. This is not your stomach. This is your gut. Your stomach is closer to your heart. Your organ is up here. That organ is closer up here. This is your gut, your small and large intestine. That thing that bulges out is your small and large intestine. If you ever look up a picture of a healthy gut, sometimes people who are bigger have healthier guts than those who are small. I've seen this in the clinics that I've gone in. Yeah, so I don't get caught up in that anymore. I know with time, you learn stuff, things change, and you're gonna change. Just keep reading, keep doing research, and be the best you. And that's all I have to say for now. I will check you out next video. Peace.